hard times. He carries a big bong, a pack of smokes too. If you're looking for trouble, he'll be coming after you. Be serving hard times. You'll be serving hard times. You know Lil Bradie will make you walk the line. You better watch out, boy, you'll be serving hard times.
This is The Law, live audio wrestling, and this is Brady's Re-crap-o reviewing. Look at, I'm the rudest, crudest wrestling reviewist in this entire space, I'll tell you that right now. So it should be called the Re-shitter review, because November has been fucking shit for combat sports. Well, December, we're here. And I promised you a Survivor Series review for the November recap. We're going to finish that off. That's the third part. The fucking Canadians coming out of me. Speaking of Canada, is minus 15 right now while I'm recording. With a, it feels like it's like minus 30. This is nuts. This is December. What is going on? Why are we getting mid-February style, weather? Yeah, as you can tell, I'm in a good mood. Like I said before, the rudest and crudest wrestling reviewist. That's the new tag. That's the new tagline. We should have called me that originally when I started calling out the guys from the Post and shit, when I had the the old brand. Alright, well, fuck. Before we get into the Survivor Series recap and all the notes that I wrote for that event, I sat down from start to finish and watched that entire thing. And if you listen to the last show, you would definitely think that I'd be coming in here with like real hot and being like, oh my goodness, it was the greatest thing I've ever seen. That's how we'll get into it. But before we get into that, we have the UFC 323 coming up, and I'm going to go over the main card. Just give you the money line of who I think is going to, you know, pull out the win. So if you are doing some bets, or you're doing a $1 parlay and you're going to do it off the back of my choices or Tid's choices or whatever it is on this channel, yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll lay out some money lines for you. So you have the first fight on the main card is going to be Jan Blachowicz, former champ, versus Bogdan Guskov. Now, Guskov is coming in with a pretty nasty record of 18-3, but I think the meat still has the heat, and Jan's going to pull off that decision win. Next up is the bantamweight division. We've got Henry Cejudo, former gold medalist, the Olympian, taking on Peyton Talbot at 10-1. Peyton Talbot. So Peyton's got a lot to prove in this fight. I think they already know each other. I think they've trained together before, so this should be interesting to see two former guys that, you know, they know each other. So be interesting. Peyton's really laid back, so I don't think any of the bullshit that Henry's going to do at these pressers or at the weigh-ins is really going to affect him at all. But we'll see how it goes. I think Peyton takes the win here. As much as I don't want to say that, I've been behind Henry in pretty much every fight that he's had. But, you know, Father Time is what it is. And we got the flyweight division. We got Brendan Moreno versus Tatsuro Taira. And Tatsuro Taira is a hell of a competitor. He's coming in off a pretty long run, 17-1. But Moreno is a dog. Moreno is, yes, has obviously lost fights before, but you got to be really on your fucking game if you want to get through Moreno tonight. I don't care who you are, where you're coming from, and what your record is. I'm going to take Moreno in that. So, yeah, I got Peyton, Jan, and Moreno. Pantoja versus Joshua Van. You'd be insane to bet against Pantoja. Obviously, they've been cooking Pantoja's record for a while. There's been a couple odd decisions, split decision wins that he's had. The company's worked very hard on protecting him, or the athletic commissions, or whoever's taking care of him, somebody's taking care of him. But Joshua Van is a completely different type of human being. I think Van takes this, and I think he takes it by devastating knockout within the first or second round. Like you're gonna see a guy kind of lay his merit down and say, I'm the new king of this division. That's my prediction anyway. Could be wrong. Sometimes I am. In the fight game, a lot of the times whoever is making predictions, you're off, right? Okay, our main event is Merab versus Piotr Jan. Merab's got this. You know Merab has this. Piotr is a dangerous dude, but Father Time, like I was just saying earlier on, it is a thing. And I think Piotr is in the same place as a guy like Henry Cejudo. I think it's coming to an end. So I think Merab takes that pretty easy, a lot easier than he beat Umar. And that was, I don't even know what the hell Merab's on. But whatever Merab's on, they don't test for yet. All right, let's take a quick break, and when we get back from one of these weird ads that I play on this show, we're going to talk about the Survivor Series, and I'm going to try and get you guys out of here in a actual fashionable time. All right, well, yeah, it's me, the rudest and crudest wrestling reviewist. I fucking hate that tagline already. I've said it 3 times. I don't like it anymore. All right, that's it. I'm going back to the original name. Well, I'm Lil Bradie Wedham. This is the Law Live Audio Wrestling. We'll be right back.
Germs are running scared. Last year, communists killed 34 hard-working Americans, but germs killed over 25 million people. Your home, much like America, is constantly under attack from germs. And we all know what germs cause: dyslexia and leprosy. Thank goodness, there's Blocks. Blocks sends germs running like refugees. Just add a few tablespoons to your child's bath and put them in the tub. Presto! That tingling sensation is germs dying. Now your child has rosy red skin and is 100% germ-free. Now that means little Jimmy won't catch a cold or ask difficult questions about reproduction. It's even great for Rover's breath. Now we're sleeping peacefully, free from germs. Blocks is endorsed by the Society for a Cleaner America. It uses a patented formula developed by the Pentagon for use in the field. Now it's available for your home. Some germs hate acid, some germs hate bleach. Blocks kills indiscriminately. Blocks the germs away.
And we are back on the Law Live Audio Wrestling. This is the recap and Re-crap-o-rama with Lil Bradie Wedham. We're not doing the tagline that we said earlier. I'm not doing it. I'll do it at the end of the show again on the way out, but... Okay, let's talk about the Survivor Series. I don't know if anyone really put this thing on a pedestal the way that I did. I didn't put it on a pedestal for the War Games thing. I couldn't give a shit about that. Actually, that when I see stuff like the War Games, it actually makes me hesitant to even want to invest mentally into it, because I'm not a big fan of gimmick matches anymore. I used to be. I like the idea of it. I think it can be done well if you're not filling it full of people that really have no business being in there. So before I get it too off on a tangent, we'll try and do this in order. So Survivor Series War Games, let me go through my notes here. Petco Park, San Diego. Petco Park is really Petco. When is it just going to be fucking Disney, Walmart Stadium, Warner Brothers, Fox Stadium? Yeah, actually that would sound a lot better than Petco. 46,000 people packed into the stadium, which it was outdoors, and I thought it was a dome. It's not even a dome. It was just like it looked like a Mania when they do it in Florida or something like that. But yeah, so we had an outdoor stadium that drew 46,000, which kind of seems low to me. I don't know if maybe that's high, maybe that's as much as they could fit, maybe that was capacity. I don't know. 46,000 seems kind of low for an outdoor stadium, but we got the women's War Games match was the first match of the evening. Rhea Ripley captained a stacked team of AJ Lee, Charlotte Flair, Io Sky, and Alexa Bliss facing Becky Lynch, Asuka. That's what everybody calls her. Asuka. It's Asuka, motherfucker. Kairi Sane, Nia Jax, and Lash Legend. The moment of the night is probably Io Sky doing, well, the moment of this match, not the moment of the night, but the moment of this match is probably Io Sky doing her crazy flip with the trash can on her head. She's done this a few times now. It's something we've kind of seen before. I think she did a moonsault before. Now she did a front flip, or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she's always done a front flip. I don't know. I've seen it before. So yes, it is the highlight of this match, but it's definitely not anything crazy. But it is crazy in the terms that she does it. Io Sky's obviously top 3 female workers in the world when in terms of coming to technical ability, the ability to be indestructible, and to do things that look insane but are most of the time safe. It's actually admirable to see somebody pull off these insane moves and do it where they're not even putting their own body at risk. They're kind of just she's really good. Io Sky is fantastic. But yeah, so AJ Lee sealed the deal, locking Becky in her Black Widow, which is like an octopus stretch, that head scissor octopus stretch gimmick. Yeah, she won it, and I'm not surprised that they got to put her over because she made this big return, right? So Charlotte Flair looks more and more like her father every day, and not in good ways. She's got the height of Taylor Swift, the body of a Miley Cyrus, and the face of a catcher's mitt. And poor thing has done so much work on herself that she's now just looks like an old dried piece of leather that's been left out in the rain. I think that's not me being mean. That's me just saying, hey, this is what happens when you look in the mirror and start cutting up your beautiful face. Like she was always whatever. I'll move on. Now I gotta attack one of the men like this. I gotta be like, you've had too much work on your face, Cody. You got too many moles, or people are gonna be like, he's a bigot. Yeah. Brutus and Curtis. I guess I didn't save it for the end. Then we go to the Intercontinental Championship match between John Cena and Dirty Dommy. Dirty Dommy is, he still looks like a kid, even with that mustache. I don't know if that's just me. Like, I look like a kid. I'm 41 years old. I look like I look like I'm 30 now, but for years I looked like I was like 16. I walked around as a 30-year-old, 16-year-old. But Dirty Dom looks very young. Hell of a mustache on him, though. It is, it's a thing of beauty. Tom Selleck would be jealous. But yeah, so Dirty Dom faces John Cena in his last PLE match. You know, bringing down Roxanne Perez and Raquel and trying to do kind of a WCW finish with it to save Cena's... It doesn't matter. Just put the kid over clean. But he didn't. So Liv returned. She came down to the ring. She slapped Dom and then smiles and hugs, and she ended up kicking John Cena with the same nut punt that he gave Cody for The Rock back in an Elimination Chamber. So it was kind of a karma thing that they did there. Yeah. Anyway, the crowd was not happy. Dom took the belt, and John Cena was sent off from the PLE as a loser. I do like the fact... I know that I shit on John Cena the past couple episodes, but I do like the fact that I think he's just going out on the actual merit of putting people over. Like, this is what you're supposed to do on your way out. Put over the young stars. He's probably going to put over Gunther. I can't see him putting over LA Knight. He'll put over Gunther. He just put over Dom. He's done the right thing. As much as I think he's a shill, right? He's had his ritual humiliation with walking out on the Oscars naked, right? So I guess he's already been humiliated. What can I say that's going to make it any worse? Women's belt was next. Stephanie Vicure defending against Nikki Bella. Hard-hitting, competitive, but in the end, Vicure retained. And here's the thing about Stephanie Vicure. She's stunning. She can work. The sky's the limit if she stays healthy. If you give her a good run and like see who can be built by chasing her, I think you got nothing but money here with this girl. And Nikki, surprisingly, I think she was. I don't think much of those twins. I think they came into the business at a really weird time during like the model era. They stuck around. They found husbands in the business, which helped their careers probably more than they would have if they didn't find those men inside of the business. And they stuck around for a minute. They had their own reality shows. Like they have Kim Kardashian to the living shit out of that place. And I thought she was going to come in there with that same kind of mentality, but she tried. She worked. You know, the shoes were awesome. She was fucking always rocking really great shoes on her. But Like, I love anybody who rocks Jordan kicks. I know that was a thing. Enzo, I think, was one of the first guys to kind of really put that on the main stage, and I love it every time I see it. You know, Jordan 1s and all that, but... Yeah, so Stephanie Vakir, what can I say? She's great. Main event, Brock Lesnar, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed versus Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and the Uso Boys. Sounds like a dream match on paper. We talked about it the last time I did an episode, right? It was like, oh, this should be crazy. This is a lot of star power here. Like, Brock Lesnar on a team? Like, when's the last time that's happened? The Survivor Series back in, like, you know, with the Matt Morgan days and Luther Reigns and all that? Like, when you had those big meat teams? This is the last time Brock's ever even been on a team, right? So it seemed like it was going to be good on paper. That match didn't quite hit. For a bunch of different reasons. We'll start right now, because there's some Mark shit going on. When I seen the heart attack get pulled out between Cody and CM Punk doing their favorite tag team moves, and they went up and did the Doomsday, the number one thing I thought about is that as it was happening, and Cody was putting Braun Breaker up on his shoulders, I'm like, you better take an electric chair drop, because you're not even half as tall as Hawk here. There's no way to do this rotation. And then I looked at his hands and realized that they weren't underneath the back of the thigh. They weren't in the right place. He didn't do the move right. And these are the two guys who are holding the biggest championships in the company that either called that on the fly or called it in the back, and they didn't do it right. And you almost destroyed the fucking next 10 years of the business because you wanted to be marks. What the fuck is going on? Like, those are the last two guys I thought that would be doing this. And yes, accidents happen. Shit happens. But there is a way to prevent stupid shit from happening. You couldn't prevent Draws getting dropped from a powerbomb that I used to take every single night on the road doing live shows with D-Lo. Can't predict that. It's a freaking accident. It happens. I've been in gyms, I've been at shows, I've refereed shows, been involved in situations where accidents happen. It happens. People are not to be blamed. This is a situation that doesn't, yes, it falls into this, and yes, it is an accident, but be more careful. And the reason why you need to be more careful is because not only did you have the future of the business in your hands, but you're the two people that should be setting an example of how things are done. And if you're the two guys on top, who are, you know, you're not children either. It's not like you're just two young guys holding the belt. You're two seasoned vets. One born into the business and one pretty much, you know, was raised in the business since he was a teenager. You're supposed to be smarter than this. You left AEW. Make the AEW leave you. Like, that's the easiest way that I can put that into a nutshell. You left AEW. Get AEW out of you. And that's the mentality. Stop being a fucking mark. The fans are not always right. The pop is not worth the bad things that can happen. And that set the tone for the rest of the night, because you had another thing that happens during these big matches like War Games and Blood and Guts and these big cage matches and multi-man matches, is when you have somebody green in there and something happens like this, it puts everybody in a panic. And the more seasoned guys with ring awareness and better timing and a better experience inside of the industry know how to react to keep the thing going while the situation is being taken care of. And Logan Paul was exposed through this match, because the second that happened, you seen how green Logan actually is. No ring awareness. What do we do now? Where am I supposed to be? And it went from, and when that happens, like, it's infectious. It can happen to everybody else in the ring. If there's one person off and the timing's off on something, or someone seems confused, and you have a seasoned guy who's like, oh shit, I gotta go over there and take care of the kid, you're just gonna fucking end up doing, you know, some Teddy Hart shit off of the cage here if I don't keep him in line. There's a way to improvise, not go into business for yourself, buy time, you know what I mean? Hold the camera so that the hard cam can be on you, so that the refs can deal with whatever they're dealing with over on the side. Like, there's a bunch of things that come into this, and I do not think a guy like Logan Paul was ready for this situation. He was not ready for this match, and I don't think he's going to be anytime soon. I don't even know if he has time in his life to become that good, or to become the actual worker that you need to become to be in a situation like that where you don't expose yourself. It happens in AEW all the time. Every single time that they do one of these matches, these big multi-man matches, Daniel Garcia gets exposed, or one of the French tag team kids, or whoever. This is just things. Pretty much everybody's been exposed in those matches that works for AEW, but I'm using those guys as examples, just pulling them off the top of my head. But you see this happen quite a bit, and it sucks that it's happening in AEW. Or sorry, it sucks that it's happening in WWE and not just in AEW. It's happening in both companies. But Logan Paul is not. He's a great athlete. He does really cool moves. You know, he's got great timing. He's a lot better than he should be. But he's still green as shit. Yeah, he's pushed too fast. And the one-off match stuff is one thing, but this next level green shit is some deer in the headlight stuff that can't be explained. All right, the big story was the Black Scorpion, Ric Flair Sting angle that Triple H, another mark. Stop watching Jim Crockett. You know, when they used to have that crazy pervert diddle boy, Pat Patterson around, they never really had to go into the back of these vaults and start watching stealing finishes, right? They could just go and ask Pat. Pat would create something out of thin air. You probably have a whole bunch of smart minds behind you, or someone in the room, or Paul Heyman, or whoever, that can help you come up with better finishes than just ripping off an old Black Scorpion gimmick, right? So they make it look like it's Seth Rollins. He jumps in the ring. Obviously, Seth is injured. He couldn't be there. I talked to a few guys in the business. They think that was just something that was kind of called on the fly in the back while the match was going on. I'm like, I don't agree with that. I think this is something that was strategically put out there to keep Seth relevant, to give a finish that made sense for the heels to win, for fans to go home and not be completely pissed off that Brock Lesnar ran through everyone or whatever it is, right? So they don't feel like their baby faces got completely murdered. Put some effort into it. Stop being a mark. All right, so Team Lesnar wins. Braun gets put over. Shocking finish, sure, but not necessarily a satisfying one. Obviously, people are not happy. Social media, they lit up immediately like they normally do. Whether something good or bad happens, they go right to social media and blah, 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 blah. Okay, I wish this was better. I wish November was better for wrestling. I wish I could say things like, see, AEW and Tony Khan, this is how you do it over here. You guys just did this event, Full Gear and Blood and Guts and all this. It's just a fucking disaster, and shit ratings and shit buys, and come over here and take an example. But they don't have that. There's no ability to do that. You can't use WWE as a measuring stick or Survivor Series as a measuring stick and saying, this is what you did wrong, and both companies shit the bed. November. Ugh. I am so glad December's here. And December's not even a jack month for wrestling, but I'm glad it's here. Because November was not good for combat sports, and it was really not good for professional wrestling. Something will come along to get out of this cookie cutter stalemate that they're stuck in. And here, we're looking at you, Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble. You are the greatest pay-per-view to ever grace pay-per-views. You have the ability to completely change everybody's perception on what's going to happen next year. Get us out of the routines of Slim Jim ads on our folding tables, please. And if you bring back Trish Stratus and she's doing one last time and that's your big thing at Royal Rumble, I am going back into retirement. And I'm from Toronto, and I don't want to see this. Come on, do something creative. I hope Braun Breaker, which I'm going to predict now, Braun Breaker's going to win the Royal Rumble. We're going to see him in the main event at WrestleMania. It's going to be fantastic. It'll probably be against Seth Rollins or something like that. They'll figure out how to make it make sense. I hope they keep Braun heel. I do not want to see him turn face anytime soon. The only thing I want to see is at WrestleMania when he's making his entrance, that he's wearing his dad's old Mack truck jacket, like with the Mack truck Bulldogs or whatever it is, the Bulldog. I don't know if that's Mack. I'm pretty sure that's Mack. With a leather jacket with the big Bulldog gimmicks on it. Come on, we got to see that. I don't want to see the Legion of Doom jackets like him and Bronson were wearing at Survivor Series. I want to see some legit Rick Steiner, Scott Steiner throwback crap. All right, well that's it for me. I hope to goodness you guys don't freeze before the holidays. Whatever you celebrate, whatever you don't celebrate, I couldn't give a shit. It's the rudest, crudest wrestling review. Okay, on the way out of here, I am going to leave you with an exclusive song, actually. And if you've gone on this long, this song probably won't offend you. But it is called For Sale. The chorus is I Sell Drugs, Motherfucker. And it is by Laz the Third, Bobo Loco, and Brat. Yeah. Alright guys, this is the Law of Live Audio Wrestling. Subscribe now. You can get the Bees of Boxing. You can get the NXT reviews. You can get the Wayam Brothers. You can get Tid, Beautiful, the Notorious TID. You can get KJ Johnson. KJ Johnson's got some stuff in the archives, but he's got some new stuff coming. And we keep plugging KJ, so if he doesn't deliver something soon, I'm going to show up to his house and eat all of his grandmother's Doritos. Alright, this is the Law, Live Audio Wrestling. This has been the whatever Tid wants to call it. It has been the Survivor Series review. Enjoy UFC coming up soon. UFC 323? I think it is. 333, 332? Whatever it is, it's Peter Yan versus Marab, and you're going to see a whole bunch of takedowns. Ladies and gentlemen, Wu-Tang is for the children.
I sell drugs, motherfuckers. I sell drugs. I sell drugs, motherfuckers. I sell drugs, motherfuckers. I sell drugs. I sell drugs, motherfuckers. Yeah, remix the vixen. She's sober on the men. Now we bewitch the courtrooms. Potion flow those ends. A refugee with status. Sounds like Canadians. I pull up on the Atlas. North Pole trends. Folded on the axis. Bent both sets again. Now they keep it fucking cryptic. I sniff a full pen. Scat the scattered faculty. Casually lose friends. My life looks like a tragedy. Pull the scopes in, but I ain't caught an allergy. Never heard the joke in. Still smooth like the tapestry. Tapioca swirls on the fit. Mocha Ono is the drip. Yoko Ono would be pissed. I'm the owner of the shit. A Bobo Loco is the kid. Now go home and get your shine box. Bone thugs and harmony on repeat in the whip. Ski lodges off the hook when I roll into town. By now they fucking know this is the best snow around. 70 large in the car for 2.2 pounds. That's a kilo plus one. Price points are coming down. This is a recession, motherfucker.
And just like his girlfriend's panties, they're coming down.
I sell drugs, motherfuckers. I sell drugs. I sell drugs, motherfuckers. I sell drugs, motherfuckers. I sell drugs. I sell drugs, motherfuckers. I sell so many drugs. Big Pharma has a fucking head out. Move more weight than Adele on a Greyhound. Took more stakes in the karma to playgrounds. Sue souls daily, I'm marked for the breakouts. Tony Montana, Robbins motivate with the recipes. Take the soft and make it hard like your girl does the regularly. The oldest of the pedigrees. Take a champagne bump, molded from the legacy that my OGs begun. My own knees are done, they CL10 to spun. Who can outlast this outcast but not the ATO ones? Baby, leave us around. That shit about other bitch. Hop, skip, drop shit, turn around and flip the script. Optics, hot shit, stock, whips get stopped quick. I'm cool with whatever, homie, as long as there is profits. I sell drugs, motherfuckers. I sell drugs, motherfuckers. I sell drugs. I sell drugs, motherfuckers. I sell drugs, motherfuckers. I sell drugs. I sell drugs, motherfuckers. I sell drugs, motherfuckers.